Hey, it's Rosemary here. How you doing now? I talk a lot about the narrow path, and to me, it's the path less commonly taken. The path taken only by mavericks, by deliberate millionaires, by history makers. The path that leads to a purpose-driven life and business, one that leads to increased impact and income, if you let it. The road taken by people like you and I. It can be tough to stay on it, whereas the broad path, it's very easy. Everyone takes that path. Sometimes you take the broad path because it feels easier than the purpose driven narrow path, and sometimes it gets tiring to fight the good fight over and over again. However, you always come back. Unfortunately, the amount of time you spend on the broad path will determine how quickly you get the results you dream of. The money, the feeling of fulfillment, the impact as you change people's lives with your books, your music, your products, your services, art, etc. So hey, why not get on the narrow path and just stay on it? I used to spend a lot of time on the broad path, pretending to be just the same as everyone else. And then I got done with that a few years ago. In fact, I was speaking to my husband last night about one of the choices I'm making at the moment to refuse to conform, which is causing me and my family a little bit of difficulty. And the truth is, I could simply back down. I could just get back on the broad path. I could pretend to be a normal person and I could solve that problem in a heartbeat. But I've done that in the past. Pretended to be someone I wasn't just to keep the peace. And I always end up off the narrow path, hurtling towards a mundane existence where I will never ever fulfill my potential. And I'm done with that. And it never works anyway. No matter how much I try to fit in, I simply don't. I always end up annoying someone. I always end up doing something different from the norm. And this happens even when I think I'm trying to fit in, my goodness. So what the heck is the point? I just end up fighting with myself, and that takes up a lot of energy, which could be used for more useful pursuits. So finally, I got done with the broad path. I'm done with having one foot in my purpose and the other one in just trying to appease everyone. I decided to trust myself more and love myself a whole lot more and listen to the intuitive promptings within me. I'm called to something more, and I've chosen to follow the call. And once I accept who I am, life got clearer. Or once I accepted who I was, life got clearer. Not always easier though, but definitely clearer. I don't feel like I'm fighting myself all the time. And all my energy can return to doing the work that I feel called to do. Okay, and all my energy can go to the freedom work that I feel drawn to. If you're honest with yourself, you know you've always felt a little on the outside, even in a crowd, maybe even with your family. You've always known that there's something different about you. It doesn't matter, it doesn't make you better or worse than anyone else, it's just different. And no matter how hard you try to fit in, you to go along with the flow, you always end up feeling like there's more to you than this facade that you're showing up with in order to fit in. What if you simply stopped fighting who you are and got on the narrow path and just stayed there? Yes, there'll be a bit of a ruckus, at the start, to be honest. There already is anyway, because you will upset the tribe and the way things should be done. But there's more to you than your current existence. Right now, you feel shackled in a life that doesn't completely suit you. Turning up at work or business, doing what some person tells you you have to do, going home, doing exactly the same, going to your religious organization, doing it all over again, whilst knowing that there really is more to you. You've been through things, you've overcome things, it's not all for nothing. You want to share those things, you want to change lives and make a difference, and you want to do it in ways that may not seem normal to those around you. But the thing is, you've created an okay life for yourself. You're quite comfortable in that life, and everybody looking on the outside thinks it's good, and they can't understand why you would want to change a thing. But you do want to change things. You do want to up level to be all you're called to be. As I said to my husband yesterday, sometimes just because it ain't broke doesn't mean you can't fix it. But doing that feels scary because you do have all these responsibilities. So yeah, you do need to figure out how to create an income from it all. And there is a part of you that thinks you can. And you can, honey, you can. But hey, the broad path keeps beckoning you. And you sense it would be easier to stay on the broad path. And honestly, it would be. It would be. This narrow path isn't for everyone. The end result is what everyone wants, but not many actually want to walk the path to get there. But you want to, because you can't settle any other way. You want to be free in all areas of your life, including your finances. So honey, tell me this. If I can show you how to create wealth doing what you love and then support you as you go through what can sometimes seem like deep darkness, will you please just stay on, get on and stay on the narrow path? There is a reason you feel the way you do. The purpose that feels like fire inside of you is there for a reason, and it is to impact the people you're called to. Look at our world. It needs leaders like you and I to wake up and do the work we're born to do. Will you answer the call? Will you get on and stay on the narrow path and give up the fight in yourself so that it becomes a heck of a lot easier and clearer to learn how to, and you learn how to, monetize it, to monetize what you want to do and create that freedom life that you dream of for you and for yours. Life seems kind of tough already as you fight yourself. So why not just make the shift? Make the shift. It will take the same amount of energy to build your purpose-driven life and business as it does to stay stuck in a life you don't like, that you're working very hard to maintain. Why not go after the life you do want? I did a free training recently for my community, so go and watch that. It will help you, okay? It's all about how to monetize your purpose. It's available to watch instantly at rosemarynonniknight.com/fast track DM. Okay? No opt-in, no sign-up required. Just go and watch it. Then get on and stay on the narrow path. It's time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you're born to live because you absolutely want to. Until the next time, bye.